After spending almost $8,000 before we even put the home on the market, tell me how we got 7 offers in less than 4 days. But that's not the part that you want to pay attention to in this video, because we're explaining how all offers are not created equal and how the seller decided which one to pick in this video. Oftentimes sellers think the highest offer is the one that you automatically go to, but little do you know, the highest offer isn't necessarily the one you want to choose. It's about the offer that is actually going to close. Now, if you're thinking about selling and how to navigate this point in your transaction in regards to multiple offers, check the description below. Not only will you find your contact information where you can reach out to me for a free consultation, but I also have my free seller's guide for you guys that's gonna walk you from start to finish in regards to how to sell your home, the things that you're gonna wanna pay attention to so you can maximize not only the dollars in your pocket, but the time period in which it's going to take to sell your home. So let's get into this home right here. So yes, no exaggeration, after all the pre-listing inspections like I told you about in the previous videos, as well as some of the investments that the seller put in, we got 7 offers in 4 days. Super exciting, but like I said before, it's not about just having offers. It's about getting to the closing table so you can put that money in your pocket. We boiled down to 2 offers in this particular transaction, okay? And one of the offers had what's called an escalatory addendum. And this is a pretty cool device that is used for when you have these multiple offer situations by the buyer's agent. And what that entails is it says, hey, any offer that is higher than mine, we agree to automatically beat it by X amount of dollars. Once I'm explaining that to my seller, hey, these are these 2 offers, this is what they're presenting, the seller ultimately decided to go with the escalatory addendum offer. Now, for me, it doesn't stop there. I need to make sure that on the other side of the deal, I'm having a conversation with their lender, because there's a lot of moving pieces, guys, in this real estate business, okay? And me representing my people, I want to make sure to create that peace of mind, that smooth transaction. And part of that is vetting as much as possible that I can. And one of it is talking to the lender who's purchasing the home. As I'm speaking to the buyer's lender, 30 years in the business, super proactive in regards to already having paperwork down, already talking to me about how responsive the buyer is, how on top of things they are, how strong of a buyer it is. That gives us a peace of mind. Understanding that the person on the other side, that being the lender on the financial part of things, is well versed in the industry, has years in the industry, and is already showing proactivity, that is paramount. So I'm letting my seller know, hey, this is not only the offer, this is also their lender that they're using. How do you guys feel about it? Do you want to continue to move forward? They do elect to move forward. Now we really getting into it. The excitement's over and now it's time to go. This is the really cool part about this transaction, which I really believe you all are going to love. Most of the time when you go under contract, there's 2 points of anxiety that sellers have, right? Those 2 points are, one, going to be the inspection period. What that inspection period entails for you all is the buyer has about 7 to 10 days to have their inspections done, right? But in Florida, on that as-is contract, if they don't like something in regards to the condition of the home after they have their inspections or things of that nature, and we're not able to agree, that buyer is able to walk away from the transaction, get their escrow money back. Why sellers are a little anxious with this period, right, is your house has been on the market during that inspection period. The momentum that you built oftentimes is gone. So that inspection period can get a little dicey. We go into the inspection period and this is magical. This is why we do what we do. The buyer agent came back with nothing. They had their inspection period and we moved on. And my seller's like, hey, hold on, Deontay, they didn't ask for anything? Nothing needed to be done? And I was like, no. And you guys know why? Because of the stuff we did up front. We already had the pre-listing inspection. We already addressed the things that not only we were relatively sure the insurance agent would flag, but also what the lender would potentially flag. And when you do things like that, it creates that streamlined, smooth sailing, right? So that was pretty cool for them to experience, like, hey, the work that I did really mattered, right? And then even moving forward, we had no issues in regards to the appraisal. The appraisal came back, the home appraised. The two biggest anxiety portions of this transaction was like nothing ever happened. And this was a textbook deal, guys. There was no issues. The communication was great, not only between lender, not only between the title company, but all around. And we closed, guys, with literally no problems. And that's what you want. That's why we control the controllables up front. We always want to do as much as possible because it puts us in a position to where when we go under contract, all the stuff on the back end, we don't have to worry about it. We're not having that anxiety. We're not having a buyer come back and say, hey, I need $10,000 extra on this property because we found out the AC is broken or there's something going on with the stove or things like that. If we do things up front, you guys ultimately have the best experience. And on top of that, because we did that, this seller is gonna walk away with over 6 figures. So that's always a nice little perk when we're doing everything right. The reward behind it is always so much sweeter. So if you are someone that wants to have an experience like this when selling your home, one, free seller guide, right? Free seller guide in the description below that's literally walking you all through my process, educating you all on what you should expect when selling your home as well. And thirdly, stay tuned because our next series with the next home that we have, it's gonna be pretty special. And you're gonna see the different dynamic of this home as opposed to the one we are currently standing in. And it goes to show you guys, every single transaction, every single home, every single seller and buyer is different from the next. Can't wait to see you all next time. Peace.